Good morning. I'm trying to get this going on the tube. I don't think it's gonna work today, so I'll have to download this later. How's everybody this morning? It's just gonna be me today on Good Morning Villalobos. Katie is out of town this weekend, so currently on the talk. I'm trying to get the tube going, but it's not working right now. So yeah, just give me a couple minutes. I'm running a little bit behind. So yeah. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. All right, so okay. Good morning, everybody. This is Jenna. Good morning, Villalobos. Katie is out of town this weekend, so it's just gonna be me. That's annoying. So it'll just be me this morning. On here, kind of going over everything that Katie and I usually go over. Every morning on Good Morning Villalobos. It's our morning talk show with you guys to give you the inside scoop on everything going on here at Villalobos. So first we're gonna talk about our foster program here. We are looking for fosters for our 90 Dog Fiance program, and this kind of entails you would foster one of our dogs for up to 90 days, and you can be in the Midwest, the East Coast. If Tia was on here, I don't think she's on here yet, but I don't know if we're going West Coast yet or currently right now, just because it is kind of further away. But currently right now we are looking for fosters for our 90 Dog Fiance program. We provide everything, everything our dogs need with you, we provide that, and medical, everything. And then if you are interested in adopting the dog, you are more than welcome. Your first pick, as long as everything is good. So yeah, it's a really fun program. We've had actually a lot of foster fails, which means our fosters have ended up adopting our dogs. So it's been extremely successful, and it's an amazing program. And it's not just local. You can be Midwest or to the East Coast right now. If Tia's on here, she can kind of chime in. I don't think she's on here yet, though. But you can always apply and ask. And if you want to do a foster to adopt, I know that we have been trying to do that kind of thing too. Hey, Ange. So yeah, that's our 90 Dog Fiance program. It's really exciting. Yeah, we're really excited about this too. I think we've done 2 or 3 groups of dogs, and I think only 3 dogs have come back. So, because they could not, keep the dog, or, for whatever reason, they couldn't keep the dog. They didn't want to adopt. They wanted to continue fostering. So, that's that for the foster program. It's super great. We love, and fostering saves lives. Like, if we can get dogs out into homes, you're giving us more information about the dogs. You're helping us be able to have another spot for a dog in need, with us. So we can, it saves multiple lives, and, it's extremely rewarding. And Katie's out of town this week, so, or this weekend, so I am doing this solo. So we'll see how this goes. So yeah. So that's our 90 Dog Fiance program. And I'm only on here right now because it's not working on my laptop for the other platform. So I will be loading everything onto the tube later. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so the next thing we'll talk about is this really awesome new online series that Tia is doing, and it's only on the platform that says it's extremely behind the scenes. You will not see it anywhere else, and it's basically Tia going through from season 1, episode 1 of Pipples and Parolees. She's going through with you and giving you down the breakdown of every episode that has ever been filmed from that TV show. I know the first 4 episodes are out right now. And again, it's only on one platform here. And it's the raw truth of like every single thing you guys ask about. She's breaking it all down to you. It's extremely raw. It's extremely emotional. The truth, like things that you would never have even known about. It's all, she's laying it all out for y'all. So if you guys have questions about AJ or certain rescues or certain storylines of dog rescues, it's all out there and it's all laid out. The first episode's really intense. I completely forgot how the first episode was. You need to go. Sorry. No, you need to go. Kids, summer break, right? So yeah, this is Pipples, Pearlies, and Me. It's her new online series. Again, it's only on the one platform. It won't be on anything else. So, and if you get on that platform as well, you will be behind the scenes of everything. You will get the first inside scoop of everything going on here. So yeah, that's a big part of everything you guys ask. You're gonna get all of the information there. Okay. So next, let's talk. So this is our transport vehicle. So this is our transport vehicle. It needs some work. We're trying to get another group of foster dogs out in the next couple of weeks. And she needs some work. Debbie, our transport girl, just got back from the West Coast. She did 2 adoptions, which I'm going to highlight here. But she needs some work before she can get back on the road. If you are able to, please go to our bio page here and go to our link tree on where to donate, and just any little bit helps. This vehicle has helped us get so many dogs into homes, into fosters. We rely on her to get everywhere. So to get dogs in foster homes or adoptive homes, we need our transport vehicle to be, reliable and running smooth. So nobody likes to be broke down on the side of the road with dogs. So if you are able to help with this, we would be dog lover. I'm not entirely sure. I know she just needs a few things fixed on her. So, to get her back up to par. So that is that. Let me find I think Tia just popped on here too, so she'll probably, between Tia and Storm is a mod on here, so if you see people asking or responding to questions, they work here. So we did have 2 adoptions last week. Both former adopters. Yeah, it's got a list of things needed. Because again, she goes everywhere. We frequently go to the west or the East Coast. I don't know where that picture went, so I'll have to pull it up on my other phone. Yeah, we frequently go to the East Coast and the Midwest, so she has some things she needs. And so yeah, we did have 2 adoptions this last week. One of them was Stu, who is originally from the country. Let me move this down. Maybe not. I'm gonna just stop messing with it. Stu is a country dog. Super cute. I don't have the picture to pull up, but this is Stu. He went to his home with the former adopters, which is so exciting. We love our former adopters. They're always very, communicative, and we have like a little group that if you do adopt from us, we do have a group where you can be a part of and give us updates on your dogs that you adopt, and it's really fun. I love it. I know all of us here love it. The next dog that got adopted actually was a dog from the city, and his name is Goblin, and he was featured on an episode of VRC Kids. He was one of our dog testers, and he is so cute. His name is Goblin. He went to another former adopter as well. He's so cute. I love that dog. Yes, that's my next thing, Tia. Let me get this picture to go away. Well, the van can stay. It's fine. Yes, Goblin was super sweet. He was actually a favorite here. We used him for dog testing all the time, so he was so friendly. But yes. The next thing is we do have a bully boot camp we're starting. It's basically, it used to be a former volunteer program we did years ago, and it was a huge success. We have multiple employees still from the bully boot camp, like there's Jenny and Brandy and Orlando, if you know who Orlando is. I think there's somebody else that I'm just missing. All have been diehard employees for the rescue for years, 13 plus years. This volunteer program will allow you to stay with us for up to a week, and we will supply you with free housing and lunch every day. In return, and Emily. In return, you will be able to walk a day in our shoes and help us care for some of the most amazing dogs. You will get dirty. You will be tired. It is very physical. You'll need to make sure, depending on, and I'm not sure, I guess this might be a Tia answer, depending, is this going to be something we're doing, by week, or it's such a new program, we're still working out the information for it. But you will be able to stay with us for up to a week. So it's fun. Physical, you need to be, able to be physical and help out. And obviously we have our Saturday. We supply the glamping facilities. So, and it is a rural area, so you're going to have to make sure you have a vehicle. There is no Uber or taxis or anything like that. You have to be able to get there. And if you want to go out, you have to be able to transport yourself. We will not be able to provide any transportation for you. And then obviously we have our Saturday dog walks every Saturday. At the sanctuary. It's again about an hour and a half from New Orleans. So there's dog walking at the 13-acre property. There's a play yard where we have the pond and stuff where you can hang out with the dogs. Both programs though are RSVP only. You cannot show up. You have to RSVP and get a response and do all of the things to, and then they tell us, hey, this person's coming on this day. And we do ask for dog walking. It has to be at least a week in advance. Don't message us a month or a year in advance because the weather is so unpredictable here. Things might have to be postponed or canceled depending on weather. So yeah, I think for that. And yeah, if you guys share this live and stuff so we can get more information out there about these programs, that would be fantastic. Do all of the things. Would really appreciate it. So yeah. To RSVP, there is a link in the bio page on our main website under the volunteer tab. I know we're posting the bully boot camp, so it might not be on there yet, but you can email for volunteering, and just say you're interested in bully boot camp. All right, let's see. What do we have next? We're going to get into our adoptable dogs. This is Toki. She is a senior. But her age, she does not act like a senior, which a lot of our seniors are like that. She's got plenty of pep in her step, whether it's diving into the water for a good swim or hopping in the car to cruise around town. She's all about anything. She's up for the next adventure. She's the kind of dog that will match your energy and keep you laughing and be your ride or die for every journey. So this is Toki. I believe she's about 9, if I remember right, 9 years old. So And again, a lot of our seniors are very young at heart and very fit. So she's really cute. Like, her ears have me rolling. I actually posted a video on her profile on our website, and she's swimming. She loves water, so she's absolutely a sweet babe. Okay, this is Lula. She is absolutely beautiful. I have never met this dog, but I want to because she's absolutely gorgeous, and it looks like she has like a underbite, which obsessed with those. Wow, she's cute. She is a little pitty mix that has 3 legs. She came in with an old injury, and it was pretty painful, and it like kind of left her one leg shorter than the other one. So we made the decision to remove it, and it is not slowing her down. She is thriving. She is doing great. It is not slowing her down at all. And she's just ready to live her best life in a home. Again, look at that face. Like, that is a cute dog. I know, like, I love a dog that has that kind of face where it just looks like constant judgment. I don't know. I just feel like there's so much personality from them. But there's, like, again, pictures on our website of her where she doesn't look so serious. But I'm obsessed with this picture of her. So, and she's just so cute. Oh, my God. The next dog. Isn't she cute, though, you guys? Like, what a cute pet. And I had all of this like lined up, and then I like moved pictures around. So I'm gonna show you a picture of Mama's Boy. He was the next dog on my thing, but I gotta like, okay, make her small so you can see Mama's Boy. Mama's Boy is actually one of my foster dogs, and I'm obsessed with him. If I didn't have so many personal dogs, I love this dog more than anything, and I've seen him come so far. Where is his picture? I'll just keep talking about him till it pops up, or till I find it. He is extremely shy at first, but I've noticed for him, he likes women more. I'm not sure if that's just something that happened with his past. When we were rescuing him, he was not a huge fan of Kyle, actually, and which most dogs are. And he wasn't like mean or anything like that. He just was extremely freaked out, and he was just tied to our old building at Claiborne, and can you stop throwing your ball? My dog is sitting right here, and he likes to throw his ball anytime I'm not paying attention to him. So this is Mama's Boy. Again, he likes women more. He is good with kids. He is super goofy. He is a little like freaked out by storms, but not like, he's not like somebody that is trying to break out or do anything crazy. He just kind of wants to be with you and cuddle. I love this dog so much. He's great on leash. He loves going for walks. His favorite time of the day, is going for, an evening stroll. When the sun's going down, it's, his favorite thing to do. He is dog friendly, more dog selective. He's not, he doesn't like dogs like up in his face. So he kind of needs a dog around him that is either doesn't really pay any mind to him, doesn't care that he's there, or, you know, they can play a little bit. Like, he does like to play, but he's not one that he has to play all the time. He does enjoy relaxing. He does enjoy just chilling out with you, going for a car ride, going for a walk around the, you know, the neighborhood. He's amazing. I love this dog. And I would love for him to get into a home, or even for fostering. He would be perfect for that. This dog has come a long way. His anxiety was pretty high when we first got him. And with like consistency and enrichment and just showing him that we're not abandoning him, he's one of the best dogs ever. So yeah, that's Mama's boy. And again, like, I would just love for him to get into a home. I love him so much. So much. Okay, so I know I talk about this dog like all the time. And I'm like not gonna stop until she's like out of my house. This is Breakfast. She's a senior. We've had her for years. Since she was a young dog. She was dropped off at Claiborne early morning. In the early morning time, right at breakfast time. And she used to be, you know, she has a lot of energy still. She's a very active girl. She loves water. She is amazing with children, like loves kids so much. Yeah, and as you see, I did like the senior like alert. This dog is amazing. She loves being... Yes, I am showing Breakfast again, and I'm going to show her every single time until somebody realizes how amazing of a dog this is. The only thing with her, she does not like to be crated. She does not like being crated. She wants to be out. She wants to be free. And she isn't destructive or anything like that. She just enjoys like laying on her bed and playing with her toys. Like, she self-entertains, loves peanut butter, loves pool time, loves running around the yard. Not a fan of cats. Found that out on a walk one day. She's just not a fan of cats. Dogs, she's not a huge fan of either. And honestly, for a girl like her, she kind of deserves to be spoiled. She is still full of life. She has me laughing every single day. When she sits, she like sits like in this weird position where like she's kind of sitting like a person. And her teeth, she like smiles, and I call her like my little baby shark. I cannot speak. I could talk about Breakfast all day long. I really truly cannot express how much this dog means to me, and I would love for her to get a home in her senior year. She's I want to say 11. She's almost 11. Let me just look, but I'm pretty sure she's 11. So yeah, we've had her for most of her life. Yep, she's almost 11. So she's extremely sweet, extremely... Most of us forget how to talk. People, yeah. We really do. We talk about the dogs more than we talk about people here. So, I love this dog. It would mean the world to me for her to get a home. She deserves it. So yeah. Okay. Now we're going to talk about Crane. Crane is a people-loving pup who truly shines with her favorite people. She craves that connection with somebody. And look at her ears. I don't know what's with all these dogs with satellite ears this time, but the ears are wild. She adores cuddle time and leisurely walks, and she loves car rides with the windows down and feeling the breeze on her face. She's extremely laid back, but enjoys the simple things in life. And she's so cute. I love sugar-faced dogs, though. Like, yeah, that's a cute pet. So cute. Oh my god. So that's Crane. This is Kiki. I don't know if you can see. There we go. Kiki is the queen of cozy. Look at those ears and that little face. She kind of reminds me of a dog we used to have. I don't know who, but she reminds me of another dog we used to have. I had to take a double look at her. But look at her face. She is extremely gentle. She's looking for a quiet, gentle companion. She is the definition, Mariah says that she's the definition of sweet and soulful. She is calm, cuddly, and completely content with the simple things in life, like snuggling up with her favorite big stuffed animal, or just taking a car ride. Like, those are her absolute favorite things. She loves her stuffed animals. And look at that face. She, I believe, is about, let me look it up. She is about 9.5 years old. Still has a lot of life in her and just wants to, be in a home and be on a couch with somebody. And that face is so cute. That is a cute pet. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna jump into, before I forget, Kiki, Crane, and Lula and Toki. They all are in need of, obviously, forever homes. They are available for adoption and on our website. But if you cannot adopt, we do have a program called Virtual Adopters where you can virtually adopt one of them and, be their virtual home adopter, and you can, foster, oh my god. You can sponsor their adoption fee. So when a home does come and somebody is interested and applies for them, their adoption fee is covered. And you can send them gifts and all of that. So Kiki, Toki, Crane, and Lula all are in need of virtual adopters if you're interested. And we're about to jump into our virtual adoption program here in a second. Breakfast does have a virtual adopter, so her adoption fee is already covered. And any dogs over or 10 and up are a part of our senior dog program, which means that they will be covered medically by us here at Villalobos for the rest of their life. We love our dogs and we want to make sure that they are in homes and, are able to get the care that they need. I think we have a lot of seniors right now too, so it's hard watching them get old here and not in their own homes. And I'm sorry if you can hear my kids because they're being rude. Okay. So we have 2 programs. One was the virtual adoption program. These are for our adoptable dogs that are on our website. The goal of this program is to help us get them adopted by sharing them on our social media, making flyers and all of that. When you become a virtual adopter, you're paying that adoption fee, and that fee is $300. That's what our adoption fee is. And that covers, when they do get an application, it's covered. The adopter can apply, they're approved by us, and all of that. It is an amazing program. For this program, it's only one virtual adopter, so you're the one that's spoiling them. You can send them gifts every day if you want, or you can send them once, or you can just, however, once a month, whatever you want to do, you can help us spoil them. When you virtually adopt, Katie will send you a welcome email, and then we put your name underneath their profile picture on our website. So you're being acknowledged that you are a part of their journey, and it's just like, that's something fun that we want to do to make sure that you're being recognized as a part of these dogs' journey and their journey to get homes. And then we also add you to our virtual adoption Book of Face group, and we just communicate. That's where we post all of the dog updates. Katie and I have been going around and trying to get pictures and video of all of the dogs, and we post all of that there. And it's a fun group. Honestly, it's one of my favorite things that we have here at the rescue that we do for the dogs, because we all communicate. We're all this little cute family, and we're starting to get to know everybody, and it's really fun. Even not the VA dogs out there, we're learning about our VA's personal dogs. It's just this fun, interactive group of people. And as of right now, I think we have about 115, 120 dogs in our virtual adoption program. So it's a fun program, and it's only getting better. Katie and I have so many ideas. We have so many ideas to make it even more interactive. The next program we have is our sponsorship program. So this program is for unadoptable dogs that are going to be staying with us for the remaining of their life, whether it is due to behavioral or medical issues, or these are dogs that are medical need dogs that are not going to be available for adoption for an extensive amount of time. Some of these would be heartworm, or if we got a dog in that was in really, really bad condition, Spring, or she is not available, will not be able to be adopted out. She has some severe behavioral issues from the trauma she endured. We do have dogs like Bisu, who came in horrific condition, and we didn't know what was going to happen. Was she going to survive or not? And so she had a whole medical, long-term medical, and plus, not only getting healthy again, but then also going through heartworm treatment and then getting spayed, and all of those things cost so much money. And now for Bisu, she is on our adoptables. She moved from sponsorship to adoptables. And it took her about a year and a half to be able to get healthy enough to do the switch. So that's the great thing about the sponsorship program, is you do get to see some of the dogs that are medical cases be able to get adopted to be able to switch over to that adoption and all of that. So for the sponsorship, a lot of it is dogs that are behavioral, that are with us long term. And the one I'm going to showcase is not like a behavioral, and actually she lives with a long-term employee. She is a absolute favorite here at Villalobos, and she is very loved. She did get pretty sick last year, and you know, she's one of Tia's favorites. She's absolute an employee favorite. Is Worm. She is kind of a little mascot here. Everybody loves her. She loves to go swimming. She loves, Ange is one of our long-term employees and has taken Worm home and does see her as her dog. But, you know, Worm is a sponsorship dog, and she is very loved by her sponsors. And we love that for Worm. She's been with us again for years. And unfortunately, like, you do sponsor Worm, yeah. She lives with Ange, and she is spoiled all the time by Ange and her sponsors. She loves the water. Ange takes her out all the time to go get pictures. She was on the show. It's actually, let me read you her bio, because I love Worm. And I think okay, maybe not. My laptop just died. For Worm, like, some of the dogs, when we have the show, and we were getting so many dogs, and I think this is something that a lot of people don't understand. As great as the TV show was, for the obvious reason of we got noticed, that's a blessing and a curse, where then people want all of the dogs to come to us, and this is how dogs like Worm kind of get lost in the shuffle. She wasn't not adoptable. She had like some fear issues and some small behavioral issues, but like at the end of the day, like, she was adoptable for the perfect person. And that's what sucks, is people don't want older dogs. A lot of people don't. They're looking for younger dogs or perfect dogs or whatever. And a lot of these dogs do get lost in the shuffle. And unfortunately for Worm, that's kind of what happened. But that did mean she wasn't loved and she wasn't spoiled, because that's the one thing here. No matter what, we go above and beyond for our dogs here. And it's hard, especially lately. A lot of our seniors, we're watching all of them get old, and it's rough. It's an emotional toll on all of us here, is watching all of these young puppies come in, and you know, obviously we prioritize getting puppies out because we don't want them to get lost in the shuffle here. We want them out. We want them to get homes. We want them to not grow up in a rescue situation. It's just not, you don't want that. A puppy deserves more than being a number. You know what I mean? So dogs like Worm came in young, and you know, when they're going through heartworm treatment, that takes time. It takes a lot of time, and then you have to wait a certain amount of time to do things. And I know a lot of people do say do slow kill. Well, that takes even longer than other treatments that we do. So that's, that's a big part of the sponsorship program, is you're helping with so much. So for Worm, she is looking for sponsors. She is loved, spoiled here. She will live out the rest of her life with Ange. I think Ange must have hopped off here, but she does need sponsors. She is about 13, I want to say 12 or 13 now. She's an old girl, and she's active. She goes swimming. She loves the pond. She loves water. She's an old girl now, and she could use some sponsors. I lost my other phone. No, I didn't. It's right here. So our next sponsor is our wolf dogs. So we have the Wolf Dog Sanctuary in Athens, Texas. We are very grateful for that sanctuary property for these dogs. Obviously wolf dogs are seen as like something that people want, but they really don't understand what it takes to have one. And it's unfortunate because at the end of the day, these dogs are the ones that suffer and usually are left to fend for themselves because they can't be contained or anything like that, or they don't really know what they're getting themselves into. So this is Dorothy. I believe she was actually on the show as well. Mariah ended up catching her. I'm looking up her profile quick. So, and she's beautiful. She began her journey in Kansas, and she found her way being rehomed into Louisiana. Her new home lasted less than a day, and she escaped a wire crate, and she was just gone. She vanished. Mariah ended up going and being able to catch her. And again, that's on the show. It was amazing to watch. I remember that episode. She's extremely sweet and beautiful. You have to, Shannon, like look into your laws. There are some places that do allow it, but again, there's strict laws on owning a wolf dog. And again, people, yeah, it is sad. Because if you're not properly in the know of like how to deal with a wolf dog, you're setting yourself up for chaos, and you're also you're setting this dog up for a rough life, and it's just not fair. I think that's the one thing that a lot of these wolf dogs that we do have currently, they all come from people that are inexperienced for the most part and couldn't handle them. So we're very grateful that we have this beautiful property to set them up and make sure that they do get to live their life completely unbothered. They're not being bred, they're not being harassed or injured, they're not running the streets. They truly have a sanctuary dedicated to them, and beautiful enclosures. Some of them are packed up, and our wolf dogs legal to own. There are some states that allow it, but again, there are a lot of dog. Can you stop?
Give him the toy. I don't know where the toy went.
There are strict laws, but people, they don't care. And that's unfortunate. I don't know legalities I'm just here talking about this sweet girl to try and get her some sponsors. We do have over 40 wolf dogs in our sponsorship program right now. So if you're not interested in sponsoring Dorothy, we have so many others that are absolutely gorgeous, and they need it. The sponsoring for our wolf dogs helps with, you know, keeping their enclosures, you know, secure. Obviously feeding them, their medical care. There's different steps, and I didn't know this. Me and Katie did a live once with Amy, who oversees that location. And I guess I never really thought about how much work it does take to get some of these wolf dogs to the vet for just, you know, their medical care. She has to plan things out weeks in advance to be able to do some of that stuff. So I've learned a lot, you know, now that we're kind of re-establishing the wolf dog sponsorship program. There is a link in the bio page here in our link tree. And our wolf dogs do have their own link tree. But if you go to our website and go under how you can help, it says how to sponsor or virtually adopt a dog. And then you just find there's like 40 wolf dogs. They're all kind of mixed in. But there's about 40 wolf dogs on that page. So yeah, and Dorothy's absolutely beautiful. I remember a picture that was taken of Mariah and Dorothy, and it's absolutely breathtaking. So let's get into thank you, Lainey. Okay, so next, this is Mother Goose. She came in a few weeks back. Her little babies, I think, actually no, she wasn't even, she was pregnant. She stumbled up to an employee's house, and kind of hung out. Can you stop? She came up to an employee's house, and she was just kind of taking care of her until we had room. We had our really big cat transport, and we were able to finally take Mother Goose in, and then she was very pregnant. I think within 2 days she had these 7 little babes, and they are doing really well. Jenny, who oversees our cats, said that they are having to supplement to just help her, because I mean, she's very young. She's probably a year or a little bit older than a year old. So they are having to kind of supplement with some kitten milk and stuff like that. So they are looking for donations of the milk for her, just to help her and give her some relief, because that's 7 little babies on her poor little body. So and she's doing a good job. She clearly loves those little babes. So yeah, so I think they're about, I want to say they're about like 4 weeks old now. Yeah, they're really really cute babes. And then we did get, I don't see that picture now, of course. We did get another mama cat in with her little babes last week. Jenny said the babes are pretty spicy. And so they're working on their medical right now to get healthy. And for our cats, we do have cats under our sponsorship program. I believe right now, I just added one yesterday or the other day. So I believe right now we have about 9 cats in our sponsorship program. And these are cats that are not able to be adopted or transported to our transport partners. And so they live in these beautiful they're absolutely beautiful enclosures that we have, and they're huge. So they live out their lives. There's, I think, 4 cabins, and they have like an indoor outdoor thing. Katie and I are like kind of working on getting the cats some more, screen time too, because everybody loves cats. And our cat, we have them, so and they deserve the love too, just like the dogs. So it's not just our dogs we have under sponsorship. We also have the wolf dogs, and we call them the Cajun kitties. So yeah, we got them. What is that? Also, Katie and I are working on doing lives with the dogs weekly. This is a new thing that we're working on. I've done, I think, 2 or 3 little episodes. They're just kind of like random lives. And it's called Tales at the Park. And basically, like, I'll be at one of the locations and I'll just hop on live and I'll introduce you to some of the dogs, and you can ask questions about them. They're either for adoption or they're a part of our sponsorship program. And it's fun. A lot of people ask, like, oh, can we see the dogs? Thank you, Lainey. I'll let them know. And Katie will get with you. She's out of town, but she will email you and get with you about that. We appreciate you so much. I love when the dogs especially the wolf dogs, get new sponsors. It's great. The Tales for the Park, it's super random. Absolutely not. Sorry, my kids. It's super random. And we just kind of show you the dogs. A lot of people are asking, like, oh, go live with the dogs. Can we go live with the dogs? Okay. We are trying to do that. It is hard in some locations, but the ones that are easier to do that with, we're gonna do it. And that will be called Tales for the Park. And then we will download the live and post it on our tube channel, so you can rewatch it if you miss it or whatever. Susie, the sponsorship program is for dogs that are either medical cases or are behavioral and are unable to be adopted out. So they live with us for the remaining of their life. And they live with employees, like long-term employees, and we just take care of them. And yeah, so I have 2 sponsorship dogs that live with me, Kalbasa and Wild Turkey. Ooh, I need to move the puzzle. 1 second. There we go. Ooh. Or was that time to do the puzzle? So yeah, it's a fun program. It is a much larger program because of the fact that multiple people sponsor one dog or one cat or whatever. Some people sponsor, like we might have 50 sponsors for Beatrice, but Dorothy only has 2. And again, these are because these dogs live with us for life. So we have multiple sponsors for these dogs or cats or wolf dogs. Yes, I do work with Tia. How would you go about being a sponsor? If you go in our bio and hit the link tree, go to our website and look up how you can help. There is like a drop down tab and it will tell you exactly how to sign up. Thank you, Storm. Me too. I'm obsessed with this. So yeah, that's that. Do you guys have any other questions? This isn't like a, one of our regular Good Morning Villalobos. Usually we have, yes, Christy, I do work with Tia. I help her with the social media. I do the website. I post all the dogs on for adoption. Do pictures. I get, pictures done, videos done. Been trying to get videos done and on the website of all the dogs. Oh yeah, no, I'm not trying to be Tia. Nope, I just work here and I'm helping her out with social media. So that's, she has many projects she's trying to do, and sometimes you just need a little bit of help. So Katie and I both help her with social media and doing all of that stuff. The fake pages are extremely frustrating because it, at the end of the day, takes away from the dogs. So it's like best to look for the little verified accounts. So yeah, it's just ask. You can find our webpage and email us, be like, hey, this is what I saw. You might not get a response, but these fake pages, especially on the Book of Face, are extremely frustrating because again, it takes away from the rescue and the dogs. And the merch stuff, none of that gets sold anywhere else other than our website. So if you're buying it elsewhere, it's not from us. And that's one thing. And we also don't personally message you asking for money. We don't do that. And I know that those groups are doing that, and Tia talks about them often, about how these they're scammers are really tricking people into thinking it is her or it's Earl, or it's usually Earl or Tia that they're saying that they are to get money. And it's sad because it just hurts these dogs here at the end of the day. And it's frustrating. Tia does post about that all the time, about the fake pages. And I mean, we can only do so much on our end. We fight them, we report them, we try to shut them down, and yeah. So we have this Villalobos TikTok, and then Tia also has her own TikTok that she does a lot of lives on as well. So this one is dedicated more towards the dogs, and just the news of everything going on here at the rescue. Tia's stuff is, yeah, she'll post about some dog stuff, but she's doing more of like, you know, things that the prison stuff and all of that, where some people don't want to see that stuff, and that's okay. But she loves being a part and helping out people in the prison. So, and she's got her books, and she's got all of her podcasts, and her podcasts are all really great. And my favorite one is the Tia Unmuzzled one. It's hilarious. But again, with the show, like, a lot of things, like, they couldn't talk a certain way, or where now, like, they can actually be themselves and talk freely about certain things. So when we're upset about conditions of dogs, or how this stranger showed up and demanded we take in 15 or 20 dogs because they didn't want them anymore, and we can actually now express how fed up without being censored, and that's great. So we do have the Pitbulls and Parolees spinoff. It's Life with the Underdogs. The first 2 seasons are available to be seen here on TikTok, on this TikTok. And there is season 3 and season 4, but those are behind the paywall. So you would have to go to our bio page and find that. Yeah, we get restricted if we report them. It's like really ridiculous. So yeah. Yeah, does anybody else have any questions or about programs, about any dog in particular? If I know the dog, I can tell you a little bit about them, but any programs, anything. I can try and answer your questions. This isn't like a typical Good Morning Villalobos, just because I'm kind of winging it today without Katie. And my laptop died, and my kids are being loud, so just kind of doing a random Good Morning Villalobos. Thank you, Hannah. I am good. Where is everybody from on here right now? I'm only on the talk today, on the TikTok, so I'm giving you guys my undivided attention. Pennsylvania, the UK, Maryland, Missouri. We are still in Louisiana. We are in Assumption Parish. We're no longer in New Orleans. Some of us still live here, but we are not based out of New Orleans anymore. We're in Assumption Parish, New Hampshire, Florida. That's where Katie went to Florida this weekend. I'm going out of town, I guess in like 2 weeks now. I'm going to Wisconsin. That's where I'm from. They are all good. Everybody's doing really well. Everybody's doing really, really well. I guess Tia's been going live. Oh, Hancock. That's sweet boy. I actually have Joy some video. We do still have, hold on, Hancock. Oh, Hancock, I'm going to be posting some videos of him, actually. I've been working on a video of him and his brother. revere. So I love that Hancock got virtually adopted. Everybody's doing really well that works for us. Not having the warehouse in New Orleans has been a huge weight off of all of us. As great as it was, in some regards, it was a lot. It was a bittersweet moment, but the dogs are getting the outside time and the grass and, you know, and all of that. We do still have Monarch Hannah. I saw him yesterday. Fury. Kyle, I'm not even going to answer that. Yes, we love when our seniors get into homes. I think that's like, I mean, we love when all of our dogs get into homes, but like the seniors just mean more, because I know, especially for me, we had a dog named McTavish. He got dropped off years ago. I guess not years, like 3 or 4 years ago. And it was like really sad. Like he was like crawling to like try to get back to his people as they were driving away. And he's like 20 pounds. Like he's not a big dog. But he did get adopted, and then like he just didn't work out for that adopter. And I loved him. I fostered him before he left. And I never had any issues with him. He was extremely sweet. Just a grumpy old man. But he got returned, and I was like, I'll just keep him here. He's 14. So, he's a sweet guy. But a lot of our favorite seniors are getting out and getting into homes, and yeah, Chrissy, it's really hard. Yeah, we still have Monarch. Hancock is doing great. He was splashing around. I got a video of him yesterday, of him and his brother just splashing around. Hancock actually loves pools. It's funny to watch. He came in here in New Orleans, and I did his intake with his brother. So they were like 6 months old when they got here. I don't know. I didn't really see any of the behavioral things that the guy was telling us about, but they were pretty well behaved for their age, honestly. Yeah, we do spoil our dogs. We set them up and we make sure that they're comfortable and they're happy. And we're really lucky to be able to do that. We're very lucky to be able to keep our dogs for as long as we are able to. Unfortunately, there's shelters and rescues that just financially they can't do that, and we're really grateful for our programs here that the programs are based off of everybody out there in the world that support us. You're donating, you're sponsoring, you're virtually adopting. Like, all of these programs help us be able to do what we do for our dogs. And if we didn't have you guys, it would be really, really hard. A sponsorship program too. Like, some of these dogs just are behavioral issues, and they don't want to go out into the world, but they love us here. They trust us, and we've help them overcome certain aspects in their lives, and they trust us, and that's all we can really hope for. And the fact that other people out in the world love them, and sponsor them and send them stuff, you know, they still have, they're still being seen, they're still being talked about. It's not just with us. We have other people, sponsors. You're loving our dogs from afar, even though they can't be adopted. So what locations do we currently have? We have the Texas location for our wolf dogs, which is not open to the public. It's just a sanctuary, a private sanctuary for the wolf dogs. That we did those 2 big rescues that were on the TV show. So that's where they're living out their life, and they're happy there. And then we have Assumption Parish, which is where we consolidated. We've always been in Assumption Parish for years. We just consolidated New Orleans to Assumption Parish because of cost. It is extremely expensive in New Orleans. The crime is wild here. I still live in New Orleans. My kids go to school in New Orleans, so but the crime is crazy, as you've heard probably. I know a lot of people have heard about the big prison break. So, and like the intake was not slowing down here. Everybody wanted us to take their dogs. All the time. It was multiple times a day. Like, is that the location? Yeah. So the big new warehouse, we got that like 3-4 years ago. And I became the manager of that building. And I loved it. I loved everything that we were doing there. But again, it was extremely stressful. And it's hard when you can't go home to eat dinner without somebody trying to show up and dump a dog at your gate. So, my name is Jenna. Nice to meet you. So yeah, it's as great as being able to have people come in and volunteer and be a part of like the dog walking here in the city, which we did get a lot of people come here in the city, and that really, really sucked. But sucked in the way of like, nobody really wants to go out to Assumption Parish because it is further out. And you can't just like get a bus there. Where here in the city, people are coming to visit and they're like, oh, let me go walk dogs for a couple hours. That's the one thing that's hard, with not being here is, in the city. So we're hoping that people will understand that the sanctuary is absolutely gorgeous. The dogs get to walk on grass, not the concrete. Because when it was really, really hot here in the city, I wasn't comfortable having not only, volunteers walking in the heat and in the sun, but it's also like the dogs didn't have grass to really walk on here. We were walking on concrete or asphalt. So then I have to think of the dog's best interests. And, people were mad about that because they were like, well, I came here to volunteer and walk dogs. Well, I don't want my dog's paws getting burnt or overheating, We're out in the sanctuary. You have the grass, you have the pond, you have all of this amazing scenery. And it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous out there, and Yeah. We don't want the paws to get burnt. How many adoptable dogs do we have? We have hundreds. Hundreds of dogs. And I'm still working on adding dogs. I'm still working on adding dogs to the website. I think currently right now under our adoptables, there's about 200 dogs on there, if not, more. And I'm still adding dogs. So yeah. And they're all for adoption. They're all ready to go. Assumption Parish is probably better for the dogs because it's quieter and more natural. It is. It is. I have seen some of the dogs that, like, I worked with. Like, there's this dog named Buddy the Elf. He had severe anxiety here in the city. And it was just busy all the time. People always showing up, always getting new dogs. There was no way to, like, give him that break. So when you're moving dogs around, and that's the thing too, people didn't understand is, when you're getting so many dogs in, you have to juggle, like, the dogs you currently have to make these other dogs fit. And our dogs were getting stressed out, and they're not getting that break. Where now Buddy, such a different dog. I posted a video of him on TikTok yesterday, I think it was. His name is Buddy the Elf, and, like, you can see even the change, like, when I was playing with him in the play yard. We were playing in the pool and playing with toys and stuff, and you can see, like, I mean, he's having a fun time, and, like, we love each other. But to see near the end of the video where I got video of him from one of the employees that works with him right now, he's out there in the grass. He's running around and playing with his ball, and he loves it. Like, it's just, environment is everything for these dogs. And when they're coming from rough situations or rough backgrounds, like, you need to be able to give them that sanctuary, the quiet, the healing environment. And it's hard when you got the rustle and bustle of the city. It's really, really hard. And then obviously the being short-staffed is also an issue. So does anybody else have any questions? Hello, Tori. Good morning. I did our Good Morning Villalobos stuff a little more. I did a lot faster than I was planning, so I'm kind of just doing questions here at the end. And then, so if anybody has questions or anything, you can talk about whatever. Katie is out of town this week, or this weekend, so that is why we're not having our normal Good Morning Villalobos. All right, Chrissy, nice to meet you. I'll be live here almost every day. I know Wednesdays for sure I'll be live with some dogs, so thank you for watching. Sounds good. Does anybody have any questions? Yeah, Joy, I'll post those videos to you later. Oh, Ogre, he is so cute. I saw him the other day. He's doing really well. for those of you that sponsor too, I know that the dogs, they have their own personal wish list. But the cats and the wolf dogs, I created their own little link tree for them. Please kiss him. I honestly, he's a little weird with strangers, so I kind of just saw him from afar, but he's a beautiful cat. That is a beautiful cat. I have a cat, but I'm not like a cat person, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm glad that Ogre has some sponsors. Oh, this thing that I'm petting, this is my dog. This is Fury. Fury. He's special. He's not extremely friendly. He actually only likes me. Yeah, this is Fury. Okay, we're not playing yet. So yeah, and I just added another cat to the sponsorship program. Fury is about 7. He's about 7 now. He knows we're talking about him. But yeah, I added another cat to the sponsorship program the other day. Her name is... She's beautiful. I might be able to post a picture of her. I think. Let's see. She's a beautiful black cat. She actually was rescued by an employee. Can you stop? One of our old employees named Carol. She kind of took her in years and years ago. This is her now. Whoop. So yeah, I just added this cat to our sponsorship program the other day. She was rescued by Carol, and Carol passed a few years ago. So we brought her out to the sanctuary, and these are like when I was telling you that these are the cat cabins. So they're ginormous, and then they have like a little enclosed area where they like can go in and chill and get out of the heat and stuff, but they have outdoor patios. So yeah, I did post her on the sponsorship program. Her profile might not be up yet because it kind of like takes like a day or two to like for all of the information that I'm posting about them to pop up, but this is a new one, and this is a senior cat too. But yeah, she's beautiful. And I know we have some other cats too that I'm going to be adding as well. And I know I have some more dogs to add to the website for sponsorship and for adoption. Hi, Brandon. So yeah. Do you guys have any other questions about an adoptable or one of our sponsorship dogs? If you sponsor a dog or a cat, or I know we have Ogre's one of Ogre's sponsors in here. I think somebody that was sponsoring we got a new sponsor for Dorothy. So that's awesome. I'm really excited to tell Katie about that. Yeah. We have lots of sponsorship dogs, so. And again, if you're interested in like keeping up with us, we are obviously here on TikTok. We are on every single platform imaginable. And all of the links to all of our pages is in our link tree in our bio page. So we do have the spin-off of Pitbulls and Pearlies. It's called Life with the Underdogs. Seasons 1 and 2 are free and on here on this TikTok. Seasons 3 and 4 are behind the paywall. So you can find all of that in our link tree. And the Life with the Underdogs isn't as like long. Okay. The Life with the Underdogs, we are all creating here, like Perry and Katie and Tia and I, we all like gather, whether we're filming it ourselves and creating it, or like if we're randomly have like a rescue and we just like record it ourselves and then we send it to Perry, and then Perry's like making all of these new episodes for season 4. Perry's the one doing all of that, and he's doing a really great job. We're like we're learning as we go here about how to do all of this, and keeping it up so you guys can keep following rescues and adoptions. And we have a series called Dog Diaries, which is all of us, getting to learn, like, see where our adoptable dogs are at. So that's a really fun series too. And you get to hear their story and see updated pictures and video. So yeah, that's a fun series. I love that one. And Tia has all the podcasts, all the fun podcasts. Prison, there's one Tia Talk, or no, it's Tia Unmuzzled. Is the one where she, like, you can hear her rant. And, like, it's fun. I mean, it's her way of being able to get out her frustration, and vent, and you can kind of hear out all of the crazy things that she deals with, employee-wise, dog-wise. Like, some of the stuff, like, she tells you guys on those podcasts are wild. Absolutely, absolutely wild. I know a lot of people love the podcast of Tia Unmuzzled, because it is just like her explaining everything completely unmuzzled and like raw, like in the moment frustration, and she's venting, like you're gonna hear it. So yeah. Hey Ange, I put Worm's face up there today for sponsors. You missed it. So yeah. Well, if anybody has any questions, you can ask them. Otherwise, I'm gonna hop off here in a couple of seconds. next week, Katie and I will be back doing our normal Good Morning Villalobos, with the fancy back screen and all of it. And actually we were like looking at other ways to do it so we can give you guys even more information. So, but yeah, this was kind of just our weekly check-in for Good Morning Villalobos. Katie wasn't here this weekend, so I didn't want to skip it. I wanted to make sure you guys got your weekly updates, but yeah, so it's not as groovy without Katie. All right, well, that's everything. I'm gonna hop off here, and I hope all of you have a great day. Stay tuned for next Saturday, same time, same place. And I'm excited because I think we figured out how to screen share to the TV at Katie's, so that's gonna be fun. Watch that madness, because we have no idea what we're doing, and it's just us figuring out how to do all of this. So thank you for being a part of it, and we will see you next week. Have a great day.